Hello everyone, this is Pimpio, aka Ultra Simon, and today I'm going to be doing a shoutcast on this game of DoWpro between Yaoquizque in the right corner as Eldar and Hallbregg as Tal in the left corner. Now, here, just looking quickly at openings, by the way, I believe this is the first time I've ever done Tal in a shoutcast, so I hope for all you Tal fans out there, if there's any left after the remnants and beauty of the Soulstorm and Dark Crusade Tal that left many a fan. If there is any left, you will definitely get a kick out of this. Now, looking at the Tal's build, he's gone for a 2x Pathfinder and Fire Warrior build. The reason for that is because you can go 3x Pathfinder. I normally like to go 3x Pathfinder. And it seems he has gone 3x Pathfinder. I didn't notice that. Normally you go 3x Pathfinder just because Pathfinders, even early on in the game, being a scout unit, they deal a lot of damage. So a lot of players tend to go with 3x Pathfinder just because the Pathfinders can immediately swap and comprise the bulk damage of your force if you've got, say, something like Fire Warriors out the front. Pardon me. Going to the Eldar, he's gone for a 3x Ranger squad build. I know this because I vodded this about, 4 minutes ago, before someone walked in and started making a lot of noise asking where their clothes had been put, which I said try your draw. That ended that quite quick, but anyway, so sorry. The Eldar has gone with a Farseer and 3x Ranger build. Now the Rangers, it's an unconventional build. Great build because you can take a lot of map, but the reason Rangers deal a lot of damage and they're very mobile and cheap, and they're only 1 pop. However, they are incredibly fragile, and here the Farseer is going to mind war this drone. The reason for that is, well, drones aren't cheap. They cost 90 to 100 rec depending on the race, and if you lose them, it's well, you kind of need them straight off the bat because you got to quickly build all these buildings, cap all these points, listening posts left, right, and center, and of course, yeah, they cost about 100 rec. That's the price of Fatal, a Pathfinder squad or team. So he's using that mind war rather than on a commander because A, he can't see a commander, and B, by the time he actually engages the commander, he's presuming he's gonna have the mind war is no longer going to be on cooldown. So a little bit of engagement. He's not going to do anything. Farseer could go on range stance, but of course he would have to jolt back and forth to actually get off any shots. He's not going to do anything. Is he going to get hit by the Snar Trap? And he turns around at the last second, the Farseer saying, oh, this isn't a good idea, and running away. And in the meanwhile, he bought enough time for this Ranger squad to decap. It seems the Eldar has produced a Dark Reaper squad, and just looking, and the Tower has produced a Kroot squad. I know that much because this is as far as I got through the replay last time before I had to restart it. So Dark Reaper squad been a great choice because the Eldar the Tal has opened with a Fire Warriors squad. Fire Warriors, Dark Reapers, hard countering Fire Warriors, and of course getting off a couple of shots on this Farseer. Farseer is down about quarter of health. I like to think it this way: if you've got a range commander like Force Commander, Tal Commander, and you've got a ratio of 4 health to 4 to 3 health compared to the close combat hero, then that's about even. Any less than that for the close combat, or likewise, then yeah, vice versa is winning. Simply because a close combat hero will lose that much health running in, but from then on will just rip up. So here, just we've got a bit of a face-off. The Elder player opened up with a minefield here, primarily to stop harassment, but it's now working in his favour. Simply because this Kroot squad cannot tie up that Dark Reaper squad. And although Dark Reapers do no damage to it, the 3x Ranger that he's got here does deal with light armoured infantry, such as Kroot and Pathfinders. So although they'll die really easily, if you've got this very strong unit at the front that's a bit of a defensive unit, such as the Dark Reaper squad and the Farseer, of course, then the Rangers can just stand back and take pot shots and run back, take pot shots, run back. Hit and run tactics, really. You can't just stick around with Rangers because they just really do die. So now he's got 4, so that means he's got his Soul Shrine up, and looking at, okay, he's not doing anything yet, and the Tower's produced another Kroot squad, which is interesting, because normally they'll go for another Fire Warrior squad, but it seems like he's seen this Dark Reaper squad, and he's imagining, well, that's his aspect choice. It's 3 pop that he's invested into Dark Reapers. Perhaps he will imagine that I'll go for a another Dark Reaper squad. But what he's not taking into consideration is it's not the Dark Reapers that are going to be doing all the damage. No, it's the Rangers and now the newly added Warp Spider squad. So looking at this, the Eldars can kind of try and push up this flank, but there's an LP2 here and a Kroot squad, and the Tal's doing the exact opposite on the other side. If I had to put my money on one of them destroying, if they had tried to go for a base trade, I would put my money on the Tal, simply because they do a lot more damage to buildings. Eldar does field a couple of units that do ridiculous damage to buildings, such as Fire Dragons and Banshees, Hellion Banshees. However, the Eldar hasn't gone for them. He's gone for a more defensive build. Thus, Eldar fundamentally as a race, kind of a racial trait, cannot do that much damage to buildings. So Eldar hasn't gone T2 yet, I don't think. And just looking at eco, Tal is on 100 eco compared to 83. But I think this Pathfinder squad is going to go down, which will definitely work in Eldar's favor. Oh, and it gets away with one drone. Oh, will this get away? Oh, what's he doing? No, he's retreating this squad, but he's just letting this path. Oh, he was probably hoping he could cut that crit to get a bit more money. But looking at crits, the Tower's got 1 crit, and the Eldar's got 1 crit, which is interesting because he's about to get 2 crits, which might equal out the economy. The reason he's got less economy is probably because he doesn't have the strategic point here. And what was a bit of a late... One of the squads, as soon as you upgrade a drone on the Pathfinder squad, you can, and once you got Path to Enlightenment, then you can then start marking squads, which increases the damage that's done to that squad. But I believe he probably used that ability in hopes that the Warp Spider squad would teleport in. Of course he didn't. He walked away, but it's okay. By the time they engage, probably, the next time, it'll probably be off cooldown, so he can use it again. So anyway, looking at what the army, each other's doing. Okay, Eldar's finally gone T2. Tal hasn't yet. Tal's building another Fire Warrior squad, so that will bring them to 2 Kroot squads and 2 Fire Warrior squads. It's interesting kind of army, because normally what Tal does is for them to tech, they have to invest in 2 to 3 squads of either Kroot or Fire Warriors. Although it's encouraged that they mix as much as possible, normally it's easier just to tech whilst getting 2 of these units and trying to balance it off with Pathfinders and a Force Command, Tal Command. And here we've got an engagement. The Kroot running ahead, trying to engage. They're engaging the Warp Spiders rather than engaging these Dark Reapers. This is a bit of a problem, and great defensive Psystorm there. But that Ranger squad's just sitting there getting pummeled by that Tal Commander. The Kroot Carnivore squads are going to run back because they don't want to die, and they don't want to run over that mine that they remember is there. The Farseer are running away with quite a lot of health left, and Tal Commander too, full health. Eldar didn't lose any... Tal didn't lose any squads. However, I believe the Eldar lost one of their Ranger squads. However, Eldar is now beaten T2, got the Seer Council on the field. That will help. At the moment, the Eldar has got the problem that although they went for this primarily damage-orientated army with the Dark Reapers and the Rangers, they can't actually do any damage because these Kroot just run forward. They do a lot of damage to the Kroot, but they can't kill them. So they just end up engaging, which pushes them back. And Tal can keep doing this until they finally keep pushing points. So that's the general idea with the Tal plane. He's not actually looking to kill, he's just looking to reduce the eco, which is, well, now looking at the economy, Eldar is 100, and he teleports in, but now the Tal has got Feral Leap upgraded, so these Kroot can get into close combat a lot faster without dying. However, the plan of the Eldar has got the Seer Council at the front, which can just soak up an enormous amount of damage. Not so much early game, being a very expensive unit, but late game, they definitely pay off with all their concealed stacking abilities and upgrades. Look at what we've got here. Tal has gone T2 with Montkar. Montkar being the Fire Warrior kind of stream. This Warp Spider squad running out the front, I don't know what he was doing there. However, this Kroot squad probably won't go down. Is going to have to retreat. The Seer Council losing 1 member, which being, well, 90/30. Pretty expensive. No Dark Reapers lost, but a whole Warp Spider squad lost. That's going to hurt. He's got this kind of Ranger squad running around just thinking, what should I do next? I'll probably recommend whizzing around to here whilst infiltrated and taking down this critical and increasing his eco. But just looking at eco again, 110 and 50 and 5 generators to 3 generators and 106. So the Eldar's up front, and the Eldar's going for a support portal, and he's going straight for Falcons. Now, I think the reason for this is he's probably thinking, well, I went with this really strong damage-oriented army. What's happening is every time I engage him, either A, I lose a unit in the efforts to actually do any damage to him, or B, he pushes me back. So what I need is